everyone, this is Rabia and welcome back to Rabia Unfolded. Today, we're grilling something absolutely delicious. A fresh whole steelhead fish is perfectly seasoned, grilled to perfection, and served with a mix of yam fries, potato fries, and some sweet golden plantain fries for that extra touch. We'll finish it up with a simple carrot, onions, and parsley garnish that brings everything together so beautifully. If you're ready for a perfect balance of crispy, smoky, and fresh, then stay tuned and follow along with me. So I'm gonna start by taking my fish out of the bag. Oh wow, look how nice and big this fish is. It's just making me feel like eating it all by myself. I really do love it. Now, after taking out the fish from the bag, I'm giving it a quick rinse under cold running water. This is going to help soak the fish and soften the scales so they are easy to remove. Next, I'm going to grab my knife and carefully scrape off all the scales. Take your time with this part. Make sure you remove every single scale. Like I said, take your time on this part. Because you don't want to grill or roast your fish and then you find those scales still hanging in there or like sticking out, right? That doesn't look appetizing at all, and we're not going to be doing that here. So please take your time. Make sure you take out all the scales. No matter how long it takes you, just be patient on this part. Because the more the scales are out of the fish, the yummier and juicier and crispy the fish is going to be. So be patient here and make sure your fish is completely clean before you move on to the next part. Okay, so once my fish is nice and all the scales are completely off, I give it another gentle rinse just to make sure all those loose scales are completely washed away. Make sure you rinse this part thoroughly so your fish is nice and clean. Now for extra hygiene, because guys, I honestly don't eat fish just anywhere. I always worry about how the fish was prepped, right? So here's what I do differently. After rinsing, I place my fish in a sink or in a nice clean bowl. So since I was already using the sink on this one, I'm just gonna put my fish back in the sink here. So but before I go on with like the extra hygiene, I always make sure I cut off all the fins from the fish. You can choose to leave them if you prefer, but I personally take them off because when I grill the fish, I've noticed the fins tend to burn before the fish itself's ready. So I just cut them off to avoid that. After trimming the fins from the fish, I give the fish another quick rinse. And now it's looking really nice and clean. To make sure it's really clean and to get rid of that fishy smell, so I squeeze in some fresh lemon, or you can use lemon juice, whichever you have available with you. I usually do this right at the sink or in a clean bowl like I said before. Then I sprinkle in a good amount of salt, add a little more apple cider vinegar, and run some cold water over it. I let the fish sit in the mixture for about 5 minutes. The lemon, salt, and vinegar will help tone down that strong fishy smell and leave your fish smelling clean and fresh. And that's what we want, right guys? So yes, make sure you leave it there for at least 5 minutes and then you can rinse it off after that. But now, mine is sitting in the sink here. I'm gonna move on with preparing my ingredients for the fish marinades. Then when I prepare them, I'll come back and rinse these. So yeah. Okay, beautiful souls. For the marinade, I'm gonna be using my ultimate green marinade. This is one of my all-time favorites because you can literally use it with anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything. You can use it to grill your fish, your beef, your chicken, basically any kind of grill you want to do. And it's not just for grilling. You can also use it when cooking your meals, you know? Whenever you want that herby tangy flavor to come through beautifully in any of your meals, this is the right marinade to use. If you'd like to see exactly how I make this ultimate green marinade that works for almost everything, please check out my previous videos or stay tuned for my upcoming ones where I'll be showing everything in details. I'll be showing the step-by-step process of how to make this ultimate green marinade. I'll also be adding the link of the marinade video right in the description box. So make sure to check it out down there, okay? You're gonna love it, I can guarantee you that. So now that my marinade is cooling down, I'm gonna go ahead and give this fish a final rinse. Remember the mixture we soaked the fish in 5 minutes ago, right? Come and see the magic. That combo of lemon, salt and apple cider vinegar really helps loosen the skin of the fish. As soon as I touch it, look at that. The skin just comes off so easily. At this point, feel free to use a knife to gently scrape off any remaining skin. This will take out any bit of skin left on the fish and give the fish that beautiful, clean and smooth look we're going for. I can guarantee you when you eat this fish, you won't have any digestion problems or that uncomfortable feeling you get from eating fish that wasn't properly cleaned. This is honestly the perfect way to prep your fish. Once I've scraped off everything nicely with the knife, I give it one quick final rinse. And oh my goodness, look how beautiful and clean this fish looks. I'm really loving it already. And yeah, one other thing, I know we've cleaned and rinsed this fish like several times. Yeah, that's just to guarantee you that you're gonna eat this fish and sleep peacefully without any problems. Now, I place my whole fish on a chopping board. And using a paper towel, I gently pat it dry to remove any excess water. This step is important because a dry surface helps your marinade stick better, right? So please go ahead, pat dry your fish very well at this time. That way, your marinades can sink in better and give you that flavorful, juicy taste that we all are going for. Next, I score the fish, cutting them nice and evenly on both sides. Scoring helps the flavor soak right into the meat. Oh, just look at that. It's already looking so good. I'm literally salivating here. I don't know about you, but me, I'm already salivating here. Before adding my marinades, I like to start with some dry seasonings to give my fish a good base flavor. For this, I'm using 1 teaspoon of ground white pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of seasoning salt. Of course, you can adjust the quantities depending on how big your fish is or how many you're grilling. Sprinkle these dry ingredients all over the fish, making sure they get into all those scored parts. And don't forget the inside of the fish, and even inside the head. Make sure you rub everything in nicely so it penetrates so well. At this point, beautiful souls, the aroma is already hitting me. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now I'm going to go ahead and set up my baking tray and line it up with aluminum foil. Then I'll spray it with a bit of non-stick cooking spray. This helps keep the fish moist as it cooks. Next, I take my fish from the chopping board and place it right on the foil. I add a bit of extra virgin olive oil and give it a good mix. Make sure you mix it really well before applying it to the fish. Now I go ahead and spread the marinade all over the fish. With my gloves on, I gently massage it in. At this point, guys, make sure the marinade gets into every part. Flip it to the other side and rub it in nicely as well. Don't forget the stomach area, the inside part of the fish, and even the head. Massage it gently so all those flavors soak right into the fish and penetrate right in, so that you can have that beautiful flavor at the end, right? Once I'm confident that the marinade has sunk in properly, I add a slice of lemon on top just to give it that extra freshness and brightness. Then, I wrap the fish nicely in the aluminum foil paper. While on that, please help a sister out and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and thank you so much. Place it in the oven to steam roast at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. So after 45 minutes, I'm very confident that the fish is completely ready. So now, I check up on the fish in the oven. And come on guys, look at this. How gorgeous and yummy this fish looks. Steam roasting the fish in foil helps it cook evenly from inside out and keeps it soft and juicy. Now that I know the fish is cooked all the way through, I open up the foil completely so the top of the fish is exposed. Then, I switch my oven setting to broil high. This part is also about getting that golden crispy skin we love on a grilled or roasted fish. Since the fish is already fully cooked, we're just drying and crisping up the top. But be careful here, keep an eye on it. You don't want it to burn, right? It just needs a few minutes to get that perfect finish. When I check my fish, it looks exactly how I want it. crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. So I take a bit more of the marinade and gently brush it on the top of the fish just to add that extra flavor. Then I scoop up some of that beautiful juice that came out of the fish while it was roasting and drizzle it right back on. That's pure flavor, and you don't want to let loose of it, right? And guys, the aroma coming out from the fish right now is absolutely irresistible. I'm telling you, it smells divine. Now, at this point, I wanted to flip my fish over to get that other side crispy too. So here's a little trick I used. I placed a clean sheet of foil on top of the fish. Place the plate under the fish to have all of the fish sit on the plate. Then I gently flip it over. And guess what? It works perfectly, especially when you're grilling a big fish. I was so happy with how it turned out because I was already scared I'm probably gonna break the fish, right? Since it was a big one. After flipping, I removed the original foil that was underneath the fish to expose the other side of the fish. Then sent it back into the oven to broil on high for another 10 minutes. Just enough to get that side nice and crispy too. While my fish is broiling on high for the last 10 minutes, I go ahead and prep my sauce and garnish. I slice and chop some fresh parsley, grate my carrots, and slice my onions. These are what I'll be using to garnish and serve with the fish. They add such a fresh, vibrant flavor, and they are so delicious alongside the fish. Once everything is ready, I set them aside and check on my fish. And oh my goodness, look at that. Just look how gorgeous and perfectly golden this fish looks. I'm so in love with it already. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, the plating time. I set everything up nicely with the fish and its accompaniments. For this recipe, I'll be enjoying my grilled fish with some air-fried potato fries, air-fried sweet potatoes, and of course, some fried ripe plantains. If you'd like to see how I made these crispy air-fried fries, the air-fried sweet potatoes, or how to fry plantains perfectly for grilled fish, make sure to check out my other videos. I've shown each of these steps in details there. Now guys, just look at how everything sits up beautifully on this plate. Come on, wouldn't you want to eat this? I mean, like the colors, the texture, everything looks amazing. Honestly, I'm so eager to dig in right now. But first, I have to take a photo for the thumbnail, so I'm trying to keep my calm just for that. If not, what I would have done to this fish, you will not believe it. I place everything nicely on a clean white tray. My fish at the side with the sides right next to it. I also add a little bit of my marinade on the side. And if you have a pepper sauce, you can absolutely use that too. It's perfect for those who love it spicy. I've also added some ketchup and a bit of mayonnaise for the fries. All of these make wonderful sides to go with the fish. And now the moment of truth. Just look at the fish. The inside is moist, soft and juicy. Exactly what we wanted. While the outside is perfectly crispy and dry. This fish tastes so good, I promise you. When you eat it, you will sleep in peace. No digestion problems, no issues at all, just pure satisfaction. Thank you so much for staying with me throughout this video. You have no idea how that means to me. I really do appreciate it. This was truly a great recipe and I absolutely loved making it. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to tap the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload my weekly videos. And if there's any recipe you would love for me to try next, feel free to leave your suggestion in the comments below. I'd love to make them for all of us. Thank you so much again for watching. Love you all and see you all in the next episode of Rabia Unfolded. Cheers.